Welcome to the YouTube Sports Network. I am your host, and today we're going to be talking about the Rams and the Panthers. I did this video 12 times, I swear, 12 times since yesterday. I don't edit it, so I hit the play button, I hit the record button, and I just go. For some reason, I'll do the whole thing, and then I'll just stop it and never even continue and never finish it. So, quite frankly, I'm tired of doing it over and over again, okay? This video is about the Rams and the Panthers. Nothing else. See if my ADD can work correctly. Or Rams and the Panthers. Nothing else. Well, I'll mention that. NFL glitch. Is there a glitch in the NFL? I thought about it a couple weeks ago. And now we're getting little hints. The word is being used a lot recently. But scheduling. Is there an NFL glitch? Is there a glitch in the NFL, and is it scheduling? Don't be deceived, I put in parentheses, record-wise. Are the Broncos and the Patriots and the Bears are what they say they are? Or is the record a good indication of who they are? Maybe, possibly, yes, no. I don't like to knock down people. I like to bring them up. But we also like to have conversation. All right, this is about the Rams and Panthers. Before I begin, Stafford in his career, Matthew Stafford, I wonder how many people knew going into the season that he had a losing record for his career as a starting quarterback. Now the Rams are 9-3, so his record is 117, 116, and 1. Matthew Stafford. How many people knew that? I didn't know. 2023 MVP voting. I put that up there. This is old. I did this about a week ago, but I changed numbers here because he just played, and I put the numbers that reflected the changes. 2023 MVP voting, number 8 in that season. I put that also because this year he's tied, or he's about just neck and neck with Drake May for the Patriots quarterback. Sixth in the NFL in pass attempts. He has 401. He's fourth in pass yards, 3,073. We're talking about Stafford. He's second in QBR rating, QB rating, 111.7. First is Drake May. The Rams are sixth in points. Same exact number from last week, 27.8. 17.5 points against. I think the Texans are number one. Stafford, touchdown passes. He has 32. He had 30 going into the game last week. Now he has 32. Leads the NFL. Goff and Prescott, they were tired at 25. They just played last night, actually. Goff had one touchdown. I didn't actually see the box score. I didn't watch most of the game, but I didn't see how many touchdowns Prescott had. Either way, Stafford is still number one. At 37 years old, Aaron Rodgers won an MVP. 37 years old, Stafford is leading or tied for MVP. Davante Adams is circled here. I had him circled last week. Most touchdown catches in the NFL, he has 14. He had 12 going into last game. He had 2 in that game. Now he has 14. He's up ahead by a few touchdowns. If he leads the league in touchdown catches this year, I believe that he would be the first player in NFL history to do so with 3 different teams, that being the Packers, the Raiders, and the Rams. I believe he'd be the first person to do that, so kudos to him. He's the man. Think about it. He had Stafford and Rodgers. He had Rodgers, and now he has Stafford throwing to him. The man is blessed. Most consecutive touchdown passes before interceptions, 28. Stafford has set the record. He threw the touchdown pass last week against the Panthers, made it 28. Then he threw an interception on his next drive. And I believe he threw another interception 2 passes later in the following drive. 2 of the next 3 passes he threw actually led to interceptions. It's interesting. That's just the laws of the universe. It feels like when long streaks happen, the hiccup that you do actually run into, you're going to hiccup again. And then maybe you'll separate yourself from that and you'll start another streak. It's just the way it is. Long losing streaks, stats, or like touchdowns, goals, whatever it is. The laws of the universe will break it, and then sometimes it'll happen twice in that same game. So he threw 2 interceptions in this game. Stafford did. So now he has 32 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He leads the league in a touchdown interception ratio, I believe, but touchdowns and the fewest interceptions. Okay, let's get to the game. That's the gist on that. Let's get to the game. I believe if these two teams met this year 10 times, the Rams would beat the Panthers 9. The Rams would beat the Panthers 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, if anything. Because what happened in this game, because I couldn't. I'm talking about this game because I was just wondering. It's just a game that caught my mind. I thought the NFL has to be extremely happy with the outcome. No one's down on the Rams even after losing to the Panthers. But everyone's a little bit higher on the Panthers now that they beat the Rams, right? It's a win-win scenario, you know? And also going into the playoffs, the Panthers, if you tune in and you see them, it gives them some legitimacy. Now that, you look at them, it confirms them being there. I mean, they're not just, got lucky to get in there. Yes, they don't play in a very strong division, the NFC South, that also has the Saints, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers. But, you want to see this team that gets there, and you want to see them make, not that it's worthwhile of my time to watch them in the playoffs, because every team that's there most likely deserves to be there, or mostly does deserve to be there. But it legitimizes the Panthers, right? So nothing off the Rams' back, nothing really, I believe. It's not like no one believes now they're not going to be able to go further than they were previously because of this loss. No one's really caught up in that. No offense to the Panthers. Rams are now 9-3. Panthers are now 7-6. Just to give you a couple stats, were the Panthers ranked in points per game? 27th in the NFL. Were they ranked in points against? 16th in the NFL. They give up more points per game than they score. But this team is 7-6. They beat the Dolphins. They've beaten the Cowboys, and they beat the Jets in their longest winning streak of the season, kind of in the middle of the season. So, that was before the Cowboys and the Dolphins kind of got picked up a little bit. But regardless, whatever. 7-6. Rams. They just beat the Rams. Let me tell you why. The strangest things happened, really. I mean, the reason why I say this happened the way it did, well, clearly I'll say this. Clearly, the Panthers had every intention to run with Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle had 18 carries for 58 yards. He ran 3.2 yards a clip. Chuba Hubbard, my guy. That's my guy. 17 carries, 83 yards, 4.9 yards per carry. He ran at a lot better clip than Dowdle. Hubbard's upset he's lost his job, or now he has to split his job. Weird signing by the Panthers to pick up Dowdle in the offseason, honestly. Kind of weird to me, but I guess if this is what they're going to be doing, I see the picture. It wasn't this clear early in the season. At least I don't remember it being. It felt like it was Hubbard, okay, Dowdle just a bit. Then Hubbard had to get hurt, and then Dowdle came in, beasted against the Cowboys and the Dolphins, and he had 200 total yards in each game against those teams. Beasted, and then Hubbard barely got any time, and now this is the game they actually went on a full split. This is a split, but Hubbard's pissed off. I'm sure essentially lost his gig for the time being. He signed a big extension in the offseason, so I'm surprised that we're in this situation to begin with. But things do happen that way when you bring a guy like Dowdle who feels like he's already had some good things going. He brings it to Carolina. It's almost like certain players, it's going to work out for them in a sense where they're going to play. And when you think they might not, they're going to play. Good thing Hubbard's healthy. He's honestly a really good running back. Guy's underratedly big, like 6'1". That's a bigger. He's taller than I thought he was. I forget that Hubbard's 6'1". He's taller than Dowdle. Dowdle, I believe, is 5'10", maybe 5'11", 5'10". So he's a couple inches taller. Hubbard doesn't look like the tallest guy, but Edmonton, Alberta, clearly he's a tough guy. And if you go back and watch some of his game and watch some of his highlights, he really was a man on a mission. He also had 2 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. Dowdle had 2 catches for 21 yards and a touchdown. It was clear and obvious the Panthers, at least it seems to be, that the Panthers had every intention to run the ball and get the clock. 35 minutes and 16 seconds the Panthers had the ball compared to the Rams, who had the ball for 24 minutes and 44 seconds. With that time, the Rams happened to have 7.4 yards of play, which if the season ended today and they did that every game, that would probably lead the league. 7.4 yards a play is a lot. I think they had like 389 yards. They had 152 rushing yards, 7.2 yards a rush. Blake Corum had 7 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown for 11.6 yards per rush. Clearly, those are crazy numbers. Kyron Williams, 13 carries, 72 yards, 5.5 yards a rush. He had a touchdown as well. These guys are very similar running styles, kind of very similar body types as well. And it's interesting. When teams draft a guy that's very similar to the guy they already have, they definitely got that going here. Two very good inside runners, very quick. But it's interesting. The Rams also 2 and 5 on third down. They only had 5 third downs in the whole game. 5, 2 and 5. Rams really did, honestly, it really came down to this: the 3 turnovers. This is why the Panthers won. Really, literally, it was the 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, like we mentioned, and a big fumble at the very end of the game, with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left in the game. After the Panthers scored and took the lead, the Rams were driving down the field, and Matthew Stafford fumbled, and then the Panthers got the ball, and the next drive, and they were able to get the first down to ice the game. So I'm telling you, it's so strange. This is the strangest thing. 2 things. The nothing to take away from the Panthers, but a big reason why they won is they had a 4th and 3 touchdown, 33-yard touchdown to Jalen Coker at about early or midway through the third quarter to put them up 24-21. And then they had a 4th and 2 touchdown pass late in the game, 6 minutes and 43 seconds to Torrey McMillan, a very, very good rookie, 43-yard touchdown pass. So tell me when was the last time you saw two teams, a team have 2 4th down touchdown passes in the same game? I believe it's very rare. I bet you, I'm willing to go out on a limb and say the Panthers are the only team to do that this year. I want to know the stats on that. But it really, 2 4th down touchdown passes, 33 yards and 43 yards, that alone, how long these passes were. And they also mixed in a 12-play, 37-yard, 8-minute and 24-second drive that they punted. This went from the third quarter to the fourth. So they did things in this game where they controlled the clock. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down. They had 1 red zone trip, the Panthers. So what I'm saying is, very odd circumstances that led for the Panthers to win this game. It took 2 4th down touchdown passes, long touchdown passes, an 8-minute and 24-second drive. The Carolina Panthers had a game plan to keep the ball out of the Rams' hands, and they grabbed a couple turnovers, and they got that turnover late because honestly, the Rams were definitely going to tie it or they were going to win it with that last possession. And that turnover they had, that fumble was it. So the Panthers won literally strictly on the turnovers and 2 crazy 4th down touchdowns. Have we seen that? So that's my thing. Nothing against the Panthers. Let's see what they do next game. Can they build off this? And it's nothing off the Rams' back, honestly. But hey, that's what happened in this game. I just had to review that and let you guys know just in case you wonder what happened in that game. All right, I'm out. Take care.